The governor continues to proudly say he's balanced the state's budget again this year. However, what he forgets to mention is the fact that he raised taxes to balance that budget. I'm sorry, anyone can balance a budget if you have unlimited taxing authority. Despite the state taking in record amounts of revenue this year, it still wasn't enough for the Democratic-controlled legislature, who wanted to spend even more. And so to cover all their new spending, the Democrats chose to raise a number of taxes on working families, and they proposed even more taxes for next year. There's a lot of misinformation out there about the taxes they raised. They introduced so many new taxes, I think it got confusing for people to follow. A number of new taxes were passed and signed into law by the governor, with no Republican support, by the way. Other taxes were passed out of the Senate, but the House hasn't passed them yet. And then third, there's other taxes that they're still working on to start at the beginning of next year. I'm going to give you a quick review of which new taxes have actually been put into place and signed by the governor for this year. Last year, to balance the budget, they added about $1 billion of new taxes. Most of those were on small businesses. However, as you know, that gets passed on to families. But the one that did impact us the most was the new rental tax that started in place this January 1. This puts a new sales tax on rental items in Illinois. So if you've gone golfing recently, or if you rent your water softener, your modem at home, or for those who had graduation parties and you rented tents or tables or chairs, you saw that you're paying a new 9% tax. What's really disturbing is the ruling party even put this rental tax on sick people. If you're renting a hospital bed, a wheelchair, a walker, oxygen, yes, they're taxing you. How desperate do you have to be to tax sick people? So the rental tax started January 1. That tax is in place. The new taxes that are starting July 1 that they put into place include additional taxes on small business, and then they also added taxes on sports wagering. Then for those who are trying to quit smoking, they put a new tax or increased tax on vaping. They raised the vaping tax by 25%. And the last tax increase that was passed on to you was a 23% increase in your telecommunication excise tax. That's on your cell phone. As a little side note, between the federal, state, and local taxes, Illinois has the highest cell phone tax in the entire nation. Tomorrow's post will cover some of the other taxes they're looking at passing later in the year. You know, Illinois government continues to grow at twice the rate of inflation. Illinois has a spending problem, not a revenue problem, and it's unsustainable. You need to get engaged and help hold those elected officials accountable for the votes they're taking on taking your money away. Thanks for your time. As always, welcome your comments.